Welcome into this edition of the Red Sox Rundown. It's all bad. It's all bad. At least that's what it felt like today as a Red Sox fan. All of the news that came in today, injury-wise, and the 18-8 absolutely slaughtering that the Red Sox took today, it felt bad to be a Red Sox fan. We're going to talk about all of the news that came out today and whether or not we should be pushing the panic button. I don't personally think we should be, but there are things to be concerned about specifically in the rotation. We're going to talk about all of that in this evening's video. But before we do that, we did it, folks. We got to 1,000 subscribers on the last video. Thank you all so much for helping us reach that milestone. It has been a dream of mine since I was a little boy to cover the Boston Red Sox. And the fact that in less than a month, we were able to grow this channel to 1,000 subscribers is a testament to all of you guys, and I really do appreciate it. But we're not settled. We're not done. We are always striving for more here at the Red Sox Rundown. So let's get to 1,500 subs as soon as possible. If you love daily Red Sox news, rumors, updates, once the regular season starts, recaps after every single game. If you love the Red Sox, if you bleed Red Sox baseball like I do, make sure you hit that subscribe button and make sure you join the family here at the Red Sox Rundown. Look, I'm making a video. It is about 8 o'clock at night, and I've just done a full day of work in NFL free agency, and I'm still wanting to get you guys a video. If that doesn't show you guys that I care, I don't know what will. So hit that subscribe button. The news came out early this morning. I made a short about it. You would have seen it here on the channel a little earlier today. Brayan Bello will officially start the season on the IL. Alex Cora had a press conference today and basically confirmed everything that we had been thinking so far in terms of injuries. He also mentioned that Kutter Crawford will also start the season on the IL. Look, it's an unfortunate situation. We're going to get into Lucas Giolito here in a second, but I think I'm going to sound like a broken record a lot in this video because what I'm going to say is it's fine. And it's made me coping a little bit because there was a lot of Red Sox injury news today. But it's fine. Brayan Bello is not on the IL because he is like brutally injured or hurt. He will probably be back in the first or second week of April. And the only reason why he's going to start the season on IL is just because he's behind. Yes, he had the shoulder injury, shoulder soreness, whatever you want to call it. And that set him behind. So it's going to take him a little bit more time to get warmed up. He's supposed to be doing his first live batting practice this week, which is a good step in the right direction. We're just racing against time now, which is something Cora said in regards to Wilyer Abreu, who we'll talk about at the end of the video. But a lot of these players that started off slow and are playing catch-up are now just racing against time, and it's time they don't have. So Brayan Bello will start the season on the IL. I don't think they're going to miss him for that long. It might be 1 or 2 cycles through the rotation until he's back. Cora basically said that he hopes that he gets maybe 1 outing in AAA Worcester and then is ready to go. So I wouldn't expect Bello to be on the IL for that long, maybe 1-2 weeks at the most. But definitely not great to see that the pitcher that you paid a contract extension to last offseason is not going to start the season on the opening day roster. And of course, before I move on to Giolito, Kutter Crawford, as we know, already is going to start the season on the IL. They said he's feeling better. Cora said he's feeling better and is feeling more strength, but is still not 100% and is still going through his progressions. And he is a lot further behind than Brayan Bello is. Giolito goes 1. I feel bad for Lucas Giolito. I really do. He had the internal brace surgery on his elbow last spring training and missed all of last year. And then in the first inning of his first spring training start, on the first pitch of the game, he feels tightness in his hamstring. He finished out the inning. It was a pretty rough inning where he gave up some runs, but he finished out the inning and then was pulled for the rest of the game. Alex Cora said today he will undergo an MRI on the hamstring to make sure everything's okay. Giolito also spoke and said something to the effect of that he's had hamstring strains and pulls before, and this feels incredibly minor compared to pulls and strains he's had before. And also, I'm going to say these are all coming via Chris Cotillo, Jen McCaffrey, Sean McAdam, and others that were reporting these today. So I wanted to give them credit as well. So we'll see. Cora said that he's going to get an MRI and he hopes that he's ready for his next start. If that's the case and he's all good to go, great. He won't miss any time. But there was also some speculation that he might miss his first start in Baltimore, which is where he's slated to make his first start is in Baltimore, the series after the Rangers. So I don't think he starts the season on the IL. He might for like a week, but I think he might miss at very worst one turn of the rotation, then we'll be back in the rotation that next week. I'm not really worried about this at all, but with 3 starters down, it still makes me feel uncomfy because we went from having really great depth in AAA to now having to use that depth. And that is not how you want to start off the beginning of a season. You want to start off the beginning of a season with a full rotation of healthy pitchers ready to go that you're confident in. We went from Garrett Crochet, Tanner Houck, Walker Buehler, Brayan Bello, Lucas Giolito to Garrett Crochet, Tanner Houck, Walker Buehler, Richard Fitz, Quinn Priester, Fitz and Priester have looked good this spring training, but I don't want to rely on them as your 4th and 5th starter in the rotation on opening day. Like, that's depth that should be down in Worcester, ready in case something catastrophic happens. The fact that you are already in your bag having to rely on your 2 big backup options, while maybe only for a week or 2, is still incredibly concerning and not something you want to see if you're a Red Sox fan. The top 3 of your rotation is still, in my opinion, elite. Crochet has looked dominant this spring training. Tanner Houck, we haven't really talked about. He's been solid as well. Walker Buehler has looked like 2021 Walker Buehler all over again. He's looked absolutely fantastic. So the top 3 in your rotation all look great. God forbid something happens to one of them. I hope that doesn't happen, knock on wood, but you never know. And the fact that we already have to dip into Richard Fitz and Quinn Priester on your opening day rotation, that makes me feel incredibly uncomfortable from just a week ago feeling really, really good about where the rotation was looking. But you let me know down below in the comments. Confidence level in the Red Sox rotation that I just showed you with Richard Fitz and Quinn Priester. Scale of 1 to 10. I'm going to say a 5, and that's because Richard Fitz and Quinn Priester have looked good in spring training, but they are still relatively unproven commodities at the major league level. Priester and Fitz both showed okay stuff in the very limited time that they've had in major league action, but man, I feel, like I said, I feel very uncomfy with the situation of Bello and Kutter starting the season on the IL and Giolito potentially missing some time as well. Doesn't feel great, but you let me know. Confidence level in the Red Sox rotation, scale it 1 to 10. Didn't stop there, folks. Trevor Story was supposed to start today's game. He was scratched with back tightness. Cora was not concerned. He said his back kind of tightened up when he was taking ground balls before the game. Cora expects him to play tomorrow, so I'm not really worried about this. But again, with someone that has an injury history like Trevor Story, it is something to monitor, and it is something to be at least minorly concerned about. Thankfully, it's not something more serious, but the fact that Story, again, who has had injury concerns since he signed that contract in Boston, to have something else when he's had a very solid spring so far, it's not what you want to see. I'm just not going to lie to you guys. That's not what you want to see, and it's. I'm not worried, but there is at least a little bit of concern. I don't know what's up with Rafi. I'm not that concerned, but his spring training debut, which was supposed to be tomorrow, has been pushed back yet again to this weekend. He did hit against Garrett Crochet today, and he is supposed to be getting reps, I believe, in the next few days, I think on Thursday, against Walker Buehler in live BP. So that is yet another step that Rafi is taking. I said this in, I believe, the last video or the video before. Just let him go through his process. Do not push him. Do not force him to do something he's not comfortable with doing. Do not rush him. We want Rafael Devers to be 100% healthy and ready to go as soon as the season starts. Spring training games, excuse me, my laptop just turned off. Spring training games at the end of the day don't matter. So as long as Rafi is getting the reps he needs and he's ready to go for opening day, I wouldn't be too concerned. But he's gonna have to get ramped up eventually. If he doesn't in the next week or so, and his debut continues to get pushed back, I'm gonna be at least a little more concerned. Last but not least, we got a Wilyer Abreu update. Cora says he's looking great. He says he's looking great physically. He says he looks really good. But these lab tests on this GI infection continue to show high levels of the virus. As you guys know, like, you can feel great, but the virus can still be there. So they're waiting for the lab tests to, like, show that the virus is going away before he can play in actual spring training games. And this is where Cora made the quote, "We are rushing against time." Wilyer looks great. He feels great. He looks great physically. And he's, doing the work that he can do. But he cannot get ramped up until those lab tests show that the virus is starting to go away. And until that happens, I think we're looking at Wilyer Abreu on the IL. I do. I think at this point, Cora didn't say it explicitly, but I think there was some hints there that I think Wilyer Abreu is going to start the season on the IL. So what does that mean? Christian Campbell, Roman Anthony, somebody else. Are they going to go out and look for someone? There are reports from Sean McAdam that the Red Sox have made it known to teams that they are looking for an outfielder, a right-handed bat, which is interesting. I didn't report on that, but I saw that today. That from Sean McAdam, he had it in an article that the Red Sox have made it known to teams that they are looking for right-handed outfielders. So I think they think he's going to start the season on the IL. I think at this point he is going to start the season on the IL. And it's definitely not something you want to see. I'm very interested to see what the Red Sox end up doing in terms of filling his spot for, I would imagine, a week or two. Again, I don't think any of these IL stints, except for Kutter Crawford's, are going to be that long. I think they might be a week or two. I think we see all these guys back in the lineup and on the roster by the beginning of April. But you let me know. Is Wilyer ready for opening day? Type Y for yes, type N for no. I really think at this point it just comes down to the labs. Do the labs show that the virus is going away? And does he get ramped up quick enough? I don't think he's going to have enough time to get ramped up quick enough, even if tomorrow the labs come back and say, yep, you're all good to go. I don't think he's going to have enough time. So I'm going to say my N for no, but you let me know. Y for yes, N for no. Will Wilyer Abreu be ready for opening day? That's all I got for you guys today on the Red Sox Rundown. I want to say again, I want to reaffirm, thank you so much for helping me get to 1,000 subscribers. It does mean the absolute world. This is a dream of mine to cover the Boston Red Sox. And for us to get to 1,000 subscribers in less than a month, it makes me very happy. So I do appreciate that. But again, we're not satisfied. We're not done. The next milestone is 1,500 subscribers. So if you've not already, you like what you see, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And again, thank you all so much for watching. Have a great rest of your day. And until next time, go Sox.